Hello, and welcome to this overview of 4-Day Week Global and the 4-Day Week. I'm Alex Pong, 4-Day Week Global's Head of Programs and Consulting. And in this presentation, I'll be telling you about the 4-Day Week movement, how companies have made it work, and how 4-Day Week Global can help you join it and reap its benefits. So let's get started. 4-Day Week Global was co-founded by Charlotte Lockhart and Andrew Barnes, and it builds on their experience moving Perpetual Guardian to a 4-day week in 2018 and implementing the 100-80-100 method, giving people 100% of their pay for 80% of their time, with the understanding that they'll provide 100% of the same output. Andrew's book, The 4-Day Week, explains how this works and why it worked for Perpetual Guardian. Now, in the last few years, the movement has grown tremendously. It's now genuinely global. It's on every continent, and not just in countries with a reputation for great work-life balance. You also see it in places like Hong Kong, Singapore, even Japan and Korea, two countries whose languages have their own words for working yourself to death. It's also a movement that's spread across a variety of industries famous for long hours, overwork, and burnout. From software startups like mobile gaming company Hutch Games, which was part of our UK trial in 2022, or craft brewer Pressure Drop, which is another 2022 alum, and restaurants like Albuquerque, New Mexico chain Mtucci's, yet another 2022 alum. You also see it in companies that are very numbers driven, that have ambitious sales targets like Pursuit Marketing in Glasgow, in law firms where billable hours and client happiness are absolutely essential for success, and in nursing homes where you have to provide 24/7 care to residents. So the 4-day week works in lots of places, but no matter who they are, there are common themes in why companies choose a 4-day week and how they make it work. Companies will try a 4-day week because of familiar but existential challenges. Issues around recruitment, retention, work-life balance, often challenges that the founder feels themselves quite profoundly. Other companies want to build on existing programs to enhance worker happiness and be an employer of choice. And finally, some have already tried flexible or hybrid work and are interested in seeing how the 4-day week compares to those and whether it could be a better model for the future of work. Now, a few companies will just jump right into a 4-day week, but most run a trial first. Trials give them a chance to generate data to evaluate whether a shorter work week is feasible. It lets them experiment with new tools and ways of working. It provides a space in which people can try lots of different things. They can fail fast and learn and iterate. And finally, it's a hedge against failure. If a trial doesn't succeed, you can always go back to a 5-day week. So what happens to companies that move to 4-day weeks? Well, first of all, many companies find their productivity increasing dramatically and their revenues and profitability also going up. For example, Korean e-commerce company Woowa Brothers began shortening hours in 2015, and over the next few years, even as they cut hours, their revenues grew tenfold. Moving to a 4-day week encourages people to collaborate better, to communicate more, and to cooperate. IIH Nordic, which is a Danish web design and digital design firm, moved to a 4-day week in 2015 and measured its progress using Office Vibe. And after overcoming some initial ups and downs, they found that trust, collaboration, and communication with peers all went up dramatically. And those numbers stayed up too. The benefits of the 4-day week aren't just like a sugar rush that's confined to the trial. Finally, the 4-day week is good for employees. Medical documentation company Synergy Vision surveyed employees before starting a trial and 6 months later. And they found that happiness levels increased dramatically, and people had more time for hobbies, better work-life balance, and were better able to keep up with personal tasks. Interestingly, they also said they were better able to keep up with work, which is a nice indication of how moving to a 4-day week increases worker autonomy and encourages everyone to find ways of working more effectively and productively. Now, these findings have been confirmed by our own collaborators, a team led by Boston College sociology professor Juliet Schor. Her team's surveys have found that 4-day week companies are reporting lower levels of stress and burnout and higher levels of job satisfaction. Employees say their physical and mental well-being improve when they move to a 4-day week. And finally, they say that work-life balance and family time are all better. For all these reasons, a 4-day week is great. But still, it may seem daunting. After all, we live in a 24/7 world where overwork is the norm, your competitors are burning the midnight oil, and you're probably used to thinking of long hours as an expression of your own passion and professionalism. So how can 4-day week global help you get there? Well, when you join our trials, you get access to an unrivaled body of experience and content about the 4-day week. We deliver this in the form of online content, live events, and recorded workshops. We have an online community platform that connects you with other leaders trialing 4-day week in their companies. We provide one-on-one advising to help you think through your own issues. And finally, we connect you with researchers who can help you better understand the impact of the 4-day week in your organization. Now, our process consists of 2 major phases. The planning phase, where we work with small groups of executives and leaders to think through the major issues you need to settle in order to design a 4-day week. And then the trial phase, where you test your ideas, find their strengths and weaknesses, and refine your plans and practices. One of the major sources of support for this work is our Notion database of community resources, which includes a design playbook that walks you through the steps needed to plan and successfully trial a 4-day week, artifacts from companies that have done it themselves and can provide models and inspiration for you, and other content. We also have an online community on Circle, where leaders come together to talk about their experiences and share ideas. Circle is also where we host our live events, our weekly AMAs, our office hours, our roundtables with industry veterans, and workshops led by our own experts. It also hosts online lectures like this one on planning and trialing 4-day weeks. So when you join, we start with an onboarding interview to understand who you are, why you want to try a 4-day week, and what you want to get out of it. Depending on the track you choose, you can also join our live events and take advantage of one-on-one advising, use our digital resources to plan and conduct your own trials, or craft a bespoke program where we work more closely and intensively with you to design, conduct, and evaluate your trials. If you want to learn more, feel free to visit our website, www.4dayweek.com, where you can download our reports, find out about upcoming trials and consulting, and sign up to talk more about what program will work best for you. I hope this has inspired you to think more seriously about the 4-day week. I hope it's helped you imagine it as something that your company can do, like so many others around the world. And finally, I hope you'll work with 4-day week global to make it a reality in your organization. Thank you very much.